Okay, so thank you, Ms. Pierce. And Ms. Pierce is putting on a quick video before I start my piece of this. So I am Nicole Alexander, and I am the Career Dual Enrollment Coordinator at Sheridan Technical College. So today, as Ms. Pierce said, I'm going to talk to you about the options you have right now as a high school student. But I will connect it to after high school, because for some of you, this may be the perfect way to start your career. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I will say this several times. Please feel free to raise your hand, interrupt me at any time if you have a question. My PowerPoint is really for me just to stay on track and not forget things. So I am just going to kind of talk to you about what we offer. There's some programs that I don't have up here that we do offer. So if you're interested in something, please feel free to say, hey, Ms. Alexander, do you have something like this? And I will surely share with you whatever we have. All right, so we have a quick little video just about the technical colleges.
For years, many people believed that graduating from an accredited four-year college or university was the only path to a successful career, with the perception that a higher degree equaled a higher salary. Now, with the ever-increasing cost of a four-year college degree, many millennials and Gen Zs are facing record levels of student debt, which is compounded further by unemployment and underemployment. In fact, student loan debt numbers are soaring. As of 2018, a total of 44.2 million borrowers owe over $1.5 trillion in student debt. The average student debt for a bachelor's degree was $29,800, making student loan debt the biggest source of debt over vehicle and even credit card debt. With the pressures of attending a traditional four-year university, nearly 50% of students drop out of school before completion due to the lack of adequate preparation, occupational focus, and/or not being emotionally equipped to succeed in this type of learning environment. It is evident that having a four-year degree does not ensure prosperity. Students are now realizing that there are plenty of career opportunities that do not require a degree from a four-year college or university. Trained workers with technical skills have a whole new place in our tech-driven and skill-driven job market. In fact, 83% of companies report that they are currently experiencing a shortage of skilled laborers. Currently, the job ratio in our economy is 1 to 2 to 7, which shows that for every one career that requires a master's degree or higher, 2 professional jobs require a 4-year degree, and 7 jobs require a 1-year certification or 2-year degree. It's because of these major factors that career and technical education, or CTE, is now in the national spotlight. With CTE, prospective students are able to become certified and trained professionals ready to fulfill job roles for the services that we all rely on. Atlantic Technical College, McFadder Technical College, and Sheridan Technical College make up the Broward Technical Colleges and are part of Broward County Public Schools, providing quality CTE at an affordable price for over 50 years. At each campus, they train students to get their credentials to join the workforce quickly to help fill one of the millions of available jobs. Broward Technical Colleges are fully accredited with state licensed and certified instructors, industry professionals, and state-of-the-art classrooms. Students get real hands-on training and experience for a rewarding career doing something they love. Broward Technical Colleges are supported by tax dollars, which means that tuition is just a small fraction of the cost of a 2- or 4-year public or private college, so students graduate with little or no student loans, giving them a better start for their futures. Training is available at 5 locations around Broward County: Atlantic Technical College in Coconut Creek in Fort Lauderdale, McFadder Technical College in Davie, and Sheridan Technical College in Hollywood and Pembroke Pines. Students can choose from a range of career options through 69 programs, most of which can be completed within a 12-month period, so graduates are able to have a career in a year. Careers in fields that include construction, transportation in fields such as automotive, marine and aviation, healthcare, IT, business, communication arts, and hospitality. Getting the education is only half the job, though. Broward Technical College's graduates benefit from a full-time staff to help with transitioning from training to career. With 10 million jobs needing to be filled by 2020, Broward Technical Colleges provide a career-focused education, training our students of today for a successful tomorrow. Training for a future career starts now at Atlantic, McFadder, and Sheridan Technical Colleges.
Okay, So, tell me one thing you got from that 4 minutes. What one thing that you got from that?
Grammarly makes editing one click simpler.
I hear lots of things. What's one thing you got from that?
Whole sentences, writing your paper. It's help you articulate your ideas clearly.
Say it again. Okay, 69 programs in Broward Technical Colleges. So there are tons of things. I'm speaking specifically for Sheridan Tech, but McFadden and Atlantis also have programs that maybe we don't offer, so there's tons of options for you. What else?
Grammarly can
Yes.
check billions of websites for unintentional
Okay,
racism.
millions of jobs. So here's the thing, and I know a lot of them talked about like when you are graduating and you go off to a 4-year college, getting all that debt. You're in for 4 years. Well, in those 4 years, you may not get like a high-paying job because you're trying to get through school. So the jobs that we prepare you for get you out there in what's called high skill, high wage. So you leave us from a program and you are ready to start making money. I'm going to talk about that with some of our programs because the starting pay for a lot of these things is much higher than even when you may come out of college. So I'm going to go ahead and get started again. You guys interrupt me if you have any questions about the programs, anything else that we may offer. I am going to ask if you could put your phones away just for me for this bit of time. I would really appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to talk today about the application process and a little bit about our programs. And Ms. Pierce, if you want to go ahead to the next slide. All right, so career dual enrollment. This is for high school students. So like I said, I will make a connection to what you could do after high school because for some of you, you can start as a senior and then if you want to finish as an adult, the cost is, when I say minimal, I mean it is so minimal that you could actually get that career done by the time within a few months of graduation. We do offer career and technical programs. So when you hear dual enrollment, you might think Broward College. Those are going to be your academic classes that you may take at the college level. We offer career and technical programs. So they are post-secondary, which means it is the exact same course that an adult would get. Our adults come to Sheridan and pay thousands and thousands of dollars. As a high school student, you don't have to pay anything, so it's a tremendous opportunity. In order to get into Sheridan, you do need to have a 2.0 GPA. So if you're hovering right around there and you are interested in a program, you will want to keep that GPA up so that you can enroll. Your counselors are going to be the ones that sign off on it, so they are going to check that information. The schedule is that you would come to us every day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So I know it's a little bit earlier than what you do coming here, but you would dismiss from us at 9:45, and then you're back here to do all of your academic classes. Now, I know that you have like the blue and gold days, yeah? So even though those classes switch for you, you still come to Sheridan every day. Okay, that's a constant. Our programs count as elective credits. That means that when you get back here, you're really focusing on the core academics that you need for graduation because you're earning the electives with us. You have the opportunity to take elective credits in something that you actually like instead of maybe having to take a class just because it fits your schedule and you have to take a class. We do have transportation, so you would be able to get to Sheridan in the morning, and then I have a bus that comes back here every day. You guys are obviously super close. I mean, I have had students walk, bike, if you can also do that, or drive yourselves. But we do have transportation if you need it. Next slide, please. All right, so here's like the main thing. This is why career dual enrollment is an amazing opportunity. The benefits. First of all, as I mentioned, they're elective credits, but they are AP weighted. So it's not like an AP class where you go and you have to take a test in May. Not that type of AP course, but it is AP weighted, meaning it gives you a great boost for your GPA. On the flip side of that, if you don't take it seriously, it will be on your transcript and it could hurt you. However, I've seen that happen very, very few times. Most of our students are able to get a nice boost in the GPA for the programs that they're taking. Each of our programs offer an industry certification. How many people have like Adobe certifications or Microsoft? Anybody have those? Okay, so those are certifications. Now we do offer Adobe for our web development program. However, we offer certifications that are tied to industry. Does anyone have any idea of what do you get in automotive? Anybody know? Yes? Okay. Okay, excellent. So automotive. There are 8 what they call ASEs. And if you have ever gone to a garage, you see there's an ASE sticker, blue sticker, white writing. The ASEs are for each individual subject in automotive. So you can get brakes, steering and suspension, electrical, 8 of them in total. Industry certifications equal money. So not only are the industry certifications going to help you get a job over another person who's applying for that same position, once you get the job, the certifications are going to give you more money. So in automotive, for example, as students earn those ASE credits, at their jobs, they're making several dollars more an hour. So it is something that could certainly help you make money. Now, for some of you that may be saying, I really don't want to listen to this lady because I am going off to a 4-year college and that is my plan. All right, kudos to you. However, here's what I want you to remember. As part of career dual enrollment, many of our programs articulate, so we have like a relationship with Broward College for sure, but many other Florida schools will take our credits. So what does that mean? Well, let's say you want to go into culinary arts. Well, Broward College offers a culinary arts program. You do culinary at Sheridan, and you complete the Sheridan program. Broward College will take 29 credits of culinary. You only need like 60 to get your associates. So you are like halfway there. So by earning credits at Sheridan, which you are not paying for because you're in high school, you are saving yourself money if you plan on going off to college after. And as I mentioned, we do have an articulation agreement with Broward College. I am not going to read to you all the credits that you could earn through the programs. However, if you have a question about that, you're welcome to email me, call me, text me. I have all my information at the end. Okay. All right, next slide, please. So why on earth would you do this? Why are you going to sign up for career dual enrollment? One of the main reasons for people is this is the start to your career. You may say, I know I'm going to be a chef. I know I want to work in automotive. This is perfect. This is the first step for you to start that career and start making money. For some of you, that's not the case. Some of you might say, I want to go in debt. I want to be an architect. Do you have a program that is for architecture? No, I do not. Unfortunately, I don't. However, we have something called Building Trades and Construction Design Technology, which will link toward that architecture goal that you have, because you are going to learn how to read and draw blueprints. You're going to learn how to take that design and build it from start to finish. So it might be that you take a program to link to something you want to do in the future. And then the other thing is, we may not have anything that has anything to do with your career path or your goals in life. That's okay. You may just say, hey, you know what? I really enjoy this industry. I enjoy this field. I want to just take it for myself. Okay? Guys in the back, if you don't mind. Thank you. All right, so just a couple of reasons as to why you may choose a program. All right, so Ms. Pierce, you can go ahead and I'm going to skip to the automotive one. So I'm going to talk about some of the programs. This is not everything that we offer, but these are the ones that tend to be the most popular with our high school students that I do want to bring to mind. And then if you have questions about what else may be available, I will certainly answer those questions. One of our biggest programs is Automotive Service Technology. Automotive is a 2-year program, so I know you guys are in 11th grade, so you're not going to finish. However, here's the good thing. Any of these programs that are 2 years, you have 11th grade is paid for within your senior year, okay? You don't pay for any of that. When you graduate, if you want to continue on in the program, I can keep you as a high school student that summer after. I know you're not in high school anymore at that time, but the system lets me keep you in. What does that mean for you? You're still saving money because you're still not going to pay. If you do have to finish as an adult student, you will have already done more than half of a program, which which means you're gonna end up paying for maybe like 8 weeks, 9 weeks of a term. All right, so there are ways to finish the program, even if you started as a senior. Automotive, as I mentioned, you get those ASE certifications. So for starting in your first year, you would do auto assister, which is like safety and equipment, and then you do series suspension and brakes. So that would be your first year. If you wanted to continue in the program, you'd have the option that summer to do a paid internship. So you would actually work out in a dealership and they pay you the going rate. So you would want to definitely have your license. Now, let's say you're interested in automotive. Come to us as a senior, no tuition for you because you're still in high school. Then you decide, you know what, I really want to do automotive, but I don't want just auto service technology. I want to focus on something specific. I want to work for Audi. I want to work for Nissan. Well, we have manufacturer programs where you are able to go ahead and get that advanced automotive training in a specific manufacturer. So those options are definitely available to you as an adult. And on our next slide, we have cosmetology. So cosmetology is huge. I have so many applications every year for cosmetology. This is a 2-year program. Again, if you enter as a senior, there's certainly a way for you to finish, partly as an adult. If you do cosmetology, please keep in mind a focus on hair. So if you're interested in makeup, nails, skincare, it covers some of that, but the focus is going to be on hair. You will be prepared to take your state board, your license, at the end of the program. So after taking the 5 cosmetology courses, you will be able to sit for the state license test. Now, one of the things with cosmetology that I've heard students do, they take it because it's an interest, not because they want to do this for a career, and that's okay. But I've heard students, they get their cosmetology license, and when they go off to college, they create their own business in their dorm room, and they charge their friends to cut hair, and they're making a fortune because it's still cheaper than going out to a salon. All right, so you still have those options, even if this is not a career that you're going to do for the rest of your life. All right, on our next slide, we have culinary, okay, another big program. Culinary arts it does typically take 2 years, but if you start as a senior, good news is summer is free, you pay for 1 9-week term, and you are fully done with the culinary arts program. You get your ServSafe certification, which is required for anything in the hospitality industry. Our chefs take our students on various competitions. So we do Skills USA, which is a national competition. Every year we have high school students that are winning those competitions. They're traveling to states coming up, and then they'll go to nationals, which is in Atlanta. You have the possibility of earning full tuition in college. We also compete in like local competitions, so they do gingerbread houses, like pie making around Thanksgiving. So there's lots of opportunities for you to get out there, get in the community, and interact and network. Any questions so far? All right, so early childhood. Early childhood is a 1-year program. So most of these are 2 years, but this one, starting as a senior, you're done. Come graduation, you are finished. Early childhood is perfect for anyone that wants to do anything with kids or child development, psychology, anything like that. This is perfect. We have a preschool on site, so part of your day is spent in the classroom, but the other part of the day, you're actually with our 3- and 4-year-olds in the preschool. So you do learn lesson planning. You will have to do like art activities with them. You take them out to the playground. So you are with the kids and working with them at all times. The certification exams associated with this program are through DCF, the Department of Children and Family Services. So you get 5 certifications that would make you employable as soon as you finish that program. And again, it is just that 1 year, so you're done as soon as you graduate. All right, construction. We have several construction programs. Electricity, plumbing, and air conditioning are just what they say, right? They focus on those areas and those areas only. Those programs also have, after that, you can do apprenticeships. You can get into the union. So there's lots of mobility in those areas where you could make a lot of money. For us, you will get like the OSHA certification. So OSHA is a standard certification in the construction industry that has a lot to do with safety and the protocols that are out there. One of the other programs that we do offer that gives you a rounded interest in all the construction fields, is called Building Trades and Construction Design Technology. In building trades, you are going to get a little bit of everything. You're going to get carpentry, electricity, plumbing, air conditioning, masonry. So if you're not quite sure what area you want to go into, but you have some interest in it, perfect. You can finish that. You do it senior year, you can finish in the summer, and done. Then you can make a decision. Hey, you know what? I really did not like plumbing, but I really loved electricity. You could go into that field and you have the training. The jobs are out there no matter what you decide you want to do in that area. With building trades, just to give you an idea, students have taken it for a variety of reasons. I've had students who went into interior design, took that, because they needed to know how to build the house, the lighting of the house, to be able to design it appropriately inside. Architecture, engineering, all of those fields tie into building trades, so you get a little bit of experience. All right, this is a little deceiving, I'm not gonna lie. So it is medical administrative specialist. Now, the medical piece is not medical in what you're automatically thinking. It is part of the business cluster, so it is a business program. Students in this program will learn how to run a doctor's office. All right, so it is business, but you're learning how to walk in and basically you're the office manager for a doctor's office. You have some medical terminology, some medical background, because you have to. People call up and say they need this type of appointment, this type of procedure. You need to know what they're talking about so you can actually schedule it. You'll learn how to build the insurance, do all the booking, all of that kind of thing. So it is, as I mentioned, a business program, but you have some of that medical background. So if you are interested in something medical, this is a good start. It gives you that background knowledge that you'll need as you move forward into a medical field. All right, web development. So it is what it says. Now this one, I think, this one's changing a lot because I'm sure you all know, you can find a website, like you can Google designing a web page by yourself and drag and drop and click and build your own website. So what our web development teacher is doing is basically revamping the whole thing. He is bringing in a lot more coding. Okay, so if you are into the coding side of things, you're going to be certified in like an HTML certification. He's going to try to bring in some other programming languages that you can also have the opportunity to earn a certification in. We do always include Adobe, simply because it's a great thing to put on your resume. Also, like Broward College, they take Adobe certifications and they do count that as college credit. So if you have your Adobe suite already earned, BC and probably other schools too will look at that and say, okay, you already know how to do this and you want to go into graphic design. Well, you can skip Design 101 because you already have all your Adobe certifications. You don't need to take that. That's saving you money and saving you time. All right, so we have those certifications still with web development just because it does help you. But as I mentioned, as the year goes on, he keeps changing and adding. So what it looks like in August, it's probably going to be even more opportunities for you in terms of those certifications. All right, so we have on the next slide is patient care technician. This one, for anybody medical, this one is for you, especially as a senior. Patient care technician, Ms. Pierce, if you don't mind on the next slide, please. Patient care technician, I like to say, is kind of like an entry-level nurse. So In nursing, the first course they take is called Foundations 1. Patient care technician is like taking Foundations 1. So you basically get the first course of nursing through patient care technician. Patient care does include some clinical visits and clinical experiences. You will go out into hospitals, nursing homes, rehab centers to work with patients and caring for them. So if you want to do anything with nursing, being a doctor, even medical research, this is a great place to start. You'll learn how to draw blood, so phlebotomy. You learn how to do an EKG test, and the EKG is the one that has, like put the sticky wires on, and you learn how to read that chart that's measuring your heart rate. So patient care is giving you all of that knowledge. This is, since it's a one-year program, done before you graduate. You'll take your certification exam probably like April or May, done. The exam is the Certified Nursing Assistant, so you are ready to roll right into a job. We have a relationship with Memorial Hospital, and currently we have students in patient care technician ready to graduate. Memorial is calling the teacher at least once a week, asking when they finish, because they're ready to hire every one of the seniors. So if you're going to be in this area, this is like a guaranteed job for you to start that medical field while you pursue education in whatever area you're going for. Does anybody have any questions? So there's other programs I did not mention. Are there anybody thinking of like, hey, do you have something like this? Or any questions about what I did mention? Okay, so as a reminder, when you get these industry certifications, because there is a certification tied to every program that we offer, the certifications can mean college credits. So these will come with you, you'll have your certifications, and a lot of the schools will give you credit, kind of exempt you from some of those classes, which again is saving you money and time. Yes, question? For the patient care? Okay, so for all of the programs, the start time for you would be August. All right, so everything is enrolling for August of 2023, so beginning of senior year. And we follow the same schedule that you follow here. So whenever you have vacations and days off, we have the same vacations and days off. Okay, so there's nothing like additional, it's not like a different college schedule. The only thing that would be different scheduling wise, when you guys have any EOCs, AP exams, you're just gonna tell me about that. And if you do PSD days, you tell me about that too. Okay, but yeah, otherwise you're starting in August and follow the same schedule. Great question. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the entry requirements now and what you need to do. If anybody has any questions, just please raise your hand. So if you are interested, it is a very, very easy process. First thing is, you're going to go to the Sheridan Technical College website, and you're going to find an application. Ms. Reed may have them, they may be, I don't know if they're in their Canvas. Okay, so we have them already. It's one page, it's simple, it's like your name, your address, and that's about it. And you're gonna you're gonna write in your 2 top choices. Put 2 because programs fill up fast. I have probably 150 applications already. So send it in, put your first and second choice. I will be in contact with you so that you know which option is going to be available for you. Once you fill out the application, you're going to have your parent sign it, then you're going to bring it to your guidance counselor. Your guidance counselor is the final say-so on that. So as I mentioned earlier, you need a 2.0 GPA. If you're hovering right around that, just below it, have that conversation with your counselor of what your plan is for the rest of this year to get that GPA above that 2.0 so you can participate. Your counselor will then send me the application. Once I get it, I'm going to send you and your parent an email discussing the next steps, which does include testing. How many of, wait, you guys all took SAT last week? 2 weeks ago, right? Okay, so if you're going to apply, you're going to get a letter from, or email from me that says you need to take basic skills testing. Good news for you guys, you just took SAT. I'm gonna wait until the end of March to look at your SAT scores. Because if you got a certain score on SAT, you don't have to do any more testing. I am not sending you to take a basic skills test if you don't need it because you already passed everything with SAT. The other thing I can look at is ACT and Accuplacer. So if you signed up for Broward College, you already did Accuplacer. Those scores you can just send to me and say, hey, Ms. Alexander, please look at these, let me know if I still have to test. Because if I don't need to send you to test at Sheridan, I will not do that. The last thing that you have to do is come to orientation with me. In the summer, I hold like 6 or 8 orientation sessions. You and a parent will come over to Sheridan. We'll talk about the expectations, give you a little more detail on the program, take a tour, so that you know exactly what's happening. Because you start with us on day 1 of school. So on the first day of school, you head directly to Sheridan, you do not come here. Okay, because it'll be part of your schedule. Any questions? Yes? You say something into the mic? What do you say? Anyone have any questions? I'm sorry? Yes?
It was only a 2.0?
It is a 2.0 needed to enroll. Now you have to maintain that 2.0 in your program as well. So that's something to keep in mind. You need to put the work in when you're at Sheridan as well. If you drop below that 2.0, you can be removed from the program, but to enroll is a 2.0. Yes, question? Go ahead. Good question. Can you do more than one program? No, so unfortunately, it is one program at a time, simply because it is 3 hours a day that you're with us. So you really don't have the time to do it. Now, in the past, like some of you might have taken so many classes that by the time you hit senior year, you have like one thing left to do. If you're in that position, have a conversation with your guidance counselor, then I can get flexible and like we work out weird scheduling. So, but have a conversation with your counselor if you have barely any classes left, and we can talk about something like that. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
You covered some of the programs. Can you just wrap off some of the other programs that you have quickly? I'm just curious.
Absolutely. So we do also have business management and analysis. We have, which business, I gotta say, they got certified to be tax preparers. So for those of you with jobs, you have to file taxes, your parents file taxes. Our students actually learned how to be a tax preparer. So there is a job you can get right out of high school too. So business management analysis. We have legal administrative specialists. So anybody that's interested in the legal criminology field, that is a great one as well. Our students have done an internship this year where they go downtown Fort Lauderdale to work in the courts. So they get some real life experience. We have network support services for anybody that's interested in the IT side of things. So setting up the networks, troubleshooting. We are a Cisco Academy, so you can become a certified Cisco network associate. Sorry, I'm going through in my head. What else do we have? I actually think that is everything. We have a few other programs if you're interested as an adult that I did not mention, more in the medical field. Medical assisting, practical nursing, surgical technology. Those are all offered as an adult, and those are amazing fields to get into, all of which you can do in under a year and get right out there into the job force. Any other questions? When's the deadline? Okay, so deadline right now is March 31st. So that's the Friday we come back from break. Now, if you write in that next Monday, Ms. Reed can still send it to me. All right, now the reason for the deadline is just because you guys are one school in the district. We have all over the district is applying. And I don't have seats for everybody all over the district. So you want to get those applications in so that you can guarantee that seat. So the sooner the better. Okay? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a great point. Okay, so the question really was that he's saying he's a senior, and he was considering this last year, but just didn't do it because he really didn't know what he wanted to do. So do I have any advice for you? I would say, like, use these programs as a way to test things out. You may think right now, you know what, I really want to do this, so I'm going to sign up for this program. There's two things that can happen. You absolutely love it, and it confirms this is my life. Or you take it and you say, get me out of here as soon as possible. I do not want this. So that is actually a helpful thing, because for you to it's going to help you make those decisions later. Don't think of choosing a program as something that is now, it is your life's path. It could be, but it could be something that you are just testing out because you're trying to figure out, do I really like IT? Do I really like working hands-on? Do I want to sit in front of a computer all day long? So taking a program could really give you some of that information that'll help you make a decision in the future. That's a really good point. Anybody else? Questions?
This is your moment, guys. Ask your questions. Don't come ask us. Right here.
Say again. Culinary would be, typically it's junior and senior year. However, if you start as a senior, so you'd have 2 courses senior year. If you want to continue in the summer, I'll put you in the 3rd course, still free, because even though you're not high school, you are high school. And then you would have to come back only from August to October, and then you're officially a graduate and done. And there's a lot of programs like that you would really be looking at about 9 weeks to finish. Yes? Does automotive work with Toyota? Yes, okay, so automotive, the students do a job shadow in the last quarter of the year, and so they go out to different dealerships. We have several students employed at Toyota. Yep. Yeah, so we have several, Toyota, Nissan, they're all over the place. Yes?
What's transportation like?
Okay, so transportation, you can get a bus for sure in the morning. The bus in the morning is going to be based on your home address. It doesn't leave from here. So you get a bus stop set by the district to pick you up, bring you to Sheridan. I then have a bus that comes back here. Now, you can also get to Sheridan on your own and still take the bus back, okay? So, yep, transportation is covered. Yes? Cosmetology, that is what everybody wants now, is lashes. I think it's a part of it, but it is a small part. We do have a facials program that is a short program that if you wanted to do that after high school, you'd be able to do that, and I think they cover more of the lash side, lashes and brows. Good questions. Anybody else? All right, so my information is up here. I have up here, must be received by the end of April. I think that's probably going to be like the absolute deadline because I will not have spaces at that point. But you're welcome to email me, or the 1428 number, the 4011428 is my cell. You are welcome to just text me and say, hey, Miss Alexander, I saw you at Hills today. Here's my question, okay? Yes, and then over there. Hold on, hang on 1 second. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so yes, they get certified in Photoshop, Dreamweaver, Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects, I think is another one they do. So there's like 5 or 6 that they do. Yes, so it's almost like every 9 weeks, they kind of do a new one, so that they're able to get as many certifications as possible. Okay.
Do they do Adobe Premiere Pro over there?
Yes, yep, that is one as well, yep.
I just got a question
Yes.
about sophomores.
Okay,
Sophomore year student program.
are you a current sophomore? You're a freshman now? Okay, so good question. Career dual enrollment is open for juniors and seniors only. So this time next year, you can apply. All right, so we can't enroll sophomores, but we can enroll juniors and seniors. So as a sophomore, you would want to put your application in so you can do the whole 2-year program.
So you can be a junior and actually in your program.
Absolutely. Yep. Yes. Okay, so if you want to apply, you have a couple ways you can do it. One, on the Sheridan website, there's like a high school tab, and you'll find the application there. You can go to your guidance counselor, or you can definitely email me, text me, and I'll send the application right to you. Yep, whatever is easier. Yes. Oh. Wait, you're a junior right now? Yeah. Okay, so the question was about signing up. So you would have to sign up within these next couple of weeks. Because come August, like if you decide, hey, you know what, I thought about it over the summer and I do want to take a program, it's unlikely that I'm going to have any spots left. So what I would say is sign up. Like if you want to do it, sign up, let me put you in a spot. Then if you have a change of heart or you want to do something different, it's easier that way. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions today? Okay.
I suggest anybody that is thinking about this but isn't sure yet, if you haven't done so yet, take a picture of the screen so that you have this information. We will also post the video, but so that you don't have to look through the whole video, please take a picture of that slide.
And my one last caution, I guess, is if you happen to go on the Sheridan Technical College website, which I certainly encourage you to do so because you can read about all the programs that we offer. If you see anything that says, click here to go to online orientation or sign up for orientation, don't do it. Do not do it. You don't have to do any orientation that it says on the website. Everything just goes through me. So I don't want you to sit through something that does not apply to you. So I do hope to hear from some of you. I hope to see some applications. If you have questions, please reach out any time at all. If you send me a text, just give me a little heads up as to who you are, like that it was from here that you saw me. Email, make sure that if you send an email to me from your personal email, please put your name in there somewhere if your personal email doesn't include your name, just so that I know, again, who I'm talking to.